Hey y'all, say y'all, peace and Palo Santo 6. It is your girl Divinely Lika. And today, I'm gonna be honest, I don't have like a specific objective for this reading. More so, I just kind of want to know what is it that spirit wants us to know the most at this time. But for some reason, I'm being guided to pull from my handwritten oracle cards, which kind of have a lot of consist of a love a lot and like someone's feelings. So let's just see what comes out because I'm just curious. But I've just like really leaning to pull from these cards. So let's just see what's going on. Divine spirit guides, angels, ancestors, cosmic family of the brightest love, light, healing, prosperity, and protection. What is it that the collective needs to hear the most at this time? What is it that the collective needs to hear the most at this time? Please just block out any interferences as I get these messages across and protect my space. Any dark magic, evil eye, 3:33 a.m. Those numbers may be significant to you. Shit. Cycle closed. That showed it. Wanted to show itself. Right. All right. Please block out any interferences as I get these messages across and protect my space. Protect my crown chakra, open up my third eye chakra so I can dive deeper into my intuition to get further clarification of the cards that come out today. Any evil eye, dark magic, illusion spells, confusion spells being sent my way or to the way of the collective, please just return it back to sender, magnified, and bind it to them. Thank you so much, Spirit. Ashe, Ashe, and Ashe. Let's get into it, see what the heck is going on with the going-ons. We have a new moon in Taurus today. I believe the new moon is in Taurus, y'all. Don't get me the line, but we definitely had a new moon today. I'm pretty sure it's Taurus. All right, let's see what's going on. What wants to come out? What spirit wants us to see? I know one thing. I kept seeing moon magic. Moon magic showed itself like twice during this pre-shuffle. So, and I'm noticing a lot of times where I'll sit here and I see a certain card, or it's like, or I'll think about a card and then it'll just start showing itself. I'm not taking it because it didn't fly out. All right, let's see what's going on. What is it that the collective needs to hear the most at this time, Spirit? All right, I gotta be careful with this one, y'all, because I got some tricky chords over here. See, I'm looking up to make sure it ain't knocking something out. Okay, thank God. Okay, it says meditate. All right, so you might want to spend some more time meditating. I'm hearing get in touch with nature. Collective, please understand all of my readings are timeless, so they can apply to past, present, or future. And I'll also to use your discernment, because I can be talking about somebody, you or somebody in your energy, knowingly or unknowingly. Use your discernment and flip and switch the roles as they apply to your situation. Okay, so we have meditate. Then we have third party stalking and intimidated. And then we have spiritual awakening. Okay, so there's a third party stalking and very much so the third party is stalking because they are intimidated. So something, okay, and then we have spiritual awakening. So somebody can have a divine counterpart that maybe they're not with at this time because they're dealing with a third party. And they may be getting close to a spiritual awake. Oh my gosh. Remember I said cycle closed showed itself? Cycle closed wanted to show itself. I think cycle closed wanted to show itself because there's somebody's either divine masculine or divine feminine that's waking up right now. And I kept hearing moon magic. Oh, all right, bet. I get what's happening. Already, I kind of see where it's going. So there may be someone's divine masculine or feminine who is slowly but surely approaching a spiritual awakening. And the third party is kind of aware. Like, you know, third parties have... These third parties, or these karmics is what I call them. Anytime I see a third party, I always feel like it's the karmic. I immediately go to karmic. But normally when you know, these karmics or these or divine counterparts are dealing with these karmics or these third parties, you know, they resonate with the lower vibrational side of that divine masculine or feminine. So their only attachment, or the only way that they can actually sustain that bond, is them being in low vibrational energy, is them not being awakened. That's how they're able to sustain those relationships. So if it turns into somebody is approaching a spiritual awakening, naturally a karmic is going to get intimidated or get uncomfortable, because they know that they're losing their grip. You understand what I'm saying? Your access to this person is they probably met on some low vibrational shit. Like your divine counterpart could have been in very low vibrational energy, and that's how they were able to connect with the third party or the karmic. But you know, once they start, you know, approaching this spiritual awakening, then naturally that bond starts to diminish. So yeah, a third party is stalking and intimidated because of that. You know, they can sense something when there's like a change or a shift in their person. All right, tell me more, Spirit. What's going on? What else does the collective need to hear the most at this time? 616 on the timer. Those numbers may be significant to you. Shit. Ooh. So we have ego death. Yeah, spiritual awakening for certain. So we have ego death. We have your aura is shining brighter these days. For some reason, I feel like this is with meditation. And then we have depressed without you. So your divine counterpart could be depressed without you at the moment. Or this could be you flipping switch the roles. But I feel like your aura is shining brighter these days, and meditate. I feel like this applies to you, collective. All right, tell me more, Spirit. Shit, hold on, y'all. His cards, man. See what we have. Drinking heavily. So third party stalking and intimidated. This third party may be a person who drinks heavily. This probably is something that your person and this third party used to do pretty frequently. Like they do a lot of drinking together. Like that's low vibrational energy, so it just makes sense. It definitely makes sense. The drinking heavily ain't you, though. I'm going to say that much. Okay. Well, yeah. Somebody's depressed without you and they're drinking heavily. It makes sense. Makes sense. Or this is what this third party is going to be doing while this person goes through this spiritual awakening. What came out? Oh, wow. It says mutual healing will bring this union in faster. And then we have spiritual warfare. Amp up your protection. Spiritual warfare, amp up your protection. I don't know why. Let me let some more stuff come out, because there's something I'm hearing. Amp up your protection, collective. Somebody is, because you know, like for some reason I was just seeing moon magic during my pre-shuffles. I kept saying moon magic. It's a new moon. A third party could be absolutely doing some type of moon magic on you and your partner. Yeah, that's what I'm hearing. Self-discovery that wanted to show up, but in like the reverse. Self-discovery. But I feel like this is kind of hand in hand with the mutual healing. Okay. We have karmic partner. Fucking knew it. Was waiting for that shit to come out. Yeah. So your person's with a karmic partner. Is with a karmic partner at this time. The third party is a karmic partner. Okay, let's see what's going on. Which makes everything make sense. So the spiritual warfare, amp up your protection. I do believe that this third party is probably doing some type of moon magic. I mean, honestly, this is what these karmic partners be doing. Like, these karmic feminines, karmic masculines too. you know, they get the working to keep these, to stop unions from coming in. But ultimately, the healing from your person, mutual healing on both ends. Because if it comes to, when it comes to a divine union, it is a divine relationship. It's not set up like regular relationships. So it is meant for you to both heal, to come, to come into union. Obviously, your person has to go through a spiritual awakening. Honestly, it could be both of you that need to go through a spiritual awakening or ego death. But I'm hearing this person, oh, that makes so much sense. What I was saying, like the more low vibrational side of your person. And what I look at, the low vibrational side is your ego side. I feel like you have your higher self and your ego self. Now, ego death isn't, when people go through ego deaths, it's not that your ego dies. I don't know why Spirit is telling me to like kind of specify this. Ego death does not mean that your ego just dies, like your ego self dies. No. What happens is you basically you're able to identify what is your ego and your higher self. You can identify like what is your actually like your true core self and what is your ego self. And you learn how to balance your ego from your higher self. That's really what an ego death is. The ego really doesn't go anywhere, but you just learn how to balance it and also be able to pinpoint what's ego and what's not. Because even myself, someone who's gone through a spiritual awakening and an ego death and everything else, my ego still slips up, but I'm able to identify like, oh shit, hold up. That's not me. That is not me. That's not my true feelings. That, your ego self is the part of yourself that wants to, defend, that wants to, that's kind of scared and is set up to protect you in a way. But if it's not balanced, if you don't have that balance, it can absolutely it can mess up a lot of connections and just a lot of different situations in your life. But yeah, so yeah, what's good is, and this is why this karmic partner is stalking and intimidated. Your person is going through a spiritual awakening and their ego is dying. Their ego self is how they even ended up with this karmic partner in the first place. So if a part of that, if a part of their ego is dying off because of this spiritual awakening, naturally, this karmic is going to get really fucking uncomfortable and they're going to amp up. Whether it's moon magic, whatever it is that they're doing stuff to food, whatever. They're going to amp it up to try to delay this process. And that's why Spirit is asking for you to amp up your protection. Because another thing too that I was hearing is this karmic, they will project. Like, like you might have a day where it's like, why the fuck am I feeling so off? Like, it's just like, these ain't my emotions. Sometimes they're not. Sometimes it's the karmic projecting their emotions onto you. They're getting scared. They're getting anxious. They're fucking insecure. And they'll start projecting these emotions onto you. And you like, yeah. So you just amp up your protection. I'm hearing get you some clear quartz. Some clear quartz and black obsidian is really good for protection. Obviously, sage, palo santo, things of that nature. Tell me more, Spirit. And pine. Tell me more, Spirit. Shit, something wanted to show itself. I didn't let it flip out. Have I said too much? Or the card's trying to get quiet? There's a karmic that does not want this reading to come out. I'll tell you that much. Hold up now. Well, not an equal give and take. Okay. Tell me more, Spirit. Damn, I feel like it's so hard to shuffle these cards or let them like fly out. I guess because they're just so little. And when I ordered them, I was not aware that they were going to be this freaking small. It's definitely the smallest deck that I had. Tell me more, Spirit. Okay. Ooh, I felt this. But what came out was twin flame. My throat chakra is feeling a little. Yeah, so twin flame came out. So this is your twin flame. Then twin flames on the back of the deck. Not it coming out and being on the deck, on the top of the deck like that. So that's a double confirmation. And I'm going to be honest, y'all. When it comes to these twin flame unions, y'all better understand something. The enemy, these karmics work overtime to keep these, like I said, this isn't a regular relationship. This is a divine union. You two have a specific soul mission. In the same way your soul mission could be to, spread your light. Because, a twin flame couple, they have a light. There's just something about a twin flame couple, especially when they're aligned and they've done this mutual healing. There's a certain light that they emit, and ultimately your goal would be to spread this light with as many people as possible in your lifetime. But then, you also have the dark side of the situation too, where people's objective and their mission is to dim the light. And now to dim the light or keep you in the darkness. And understand, these people aren't, sometimes like us as readers, we'll tell people this, and I feel like for some people it may seem too deep for them. And because it's like, who's really sitting out there like trying to dim my light, specifically trying to dim my light because they know I'm special or this, that, and the third. People are not consciously doing it. It's subconsciously. People don't know what it is about you that, like, especially if you're a twin flame, that means you are, like, it's not a lot of us out here. Everybody's not a twin flame. But ultimately, you being a twin flame, meaning this was the vehicle that you chose before you got here. This is the vehicle. We all have, I'm not going to say all of us, but there's different vehicles to spiritual awakening and spirituality. Rather it be trauma, rather it be a relationship or a partnership. Twin flames are people who chose that this is what we've agreed to before we got here, to be our vehicle to a spiritual awakening. It takes a great deal of strength to be in a twin flame relationship, in a partnership. It takes a great deal of strength. And even though it can be really hard on us, because I've been through different process of this, and I finally have gotten to the point of the art of detachment has helped me the most in this journey. But ultimately, for you to have chose this before you got here, it shows that you have the strength to get through these connections, right? That you do. Now, we all have free will. No one has to fulfill their soul mission with their twin flame. Nobody has to. We have free will. You don't have to do that if you don't want to. But, being in these type of unions, it's going to be a lot of spiritual warfare that comes your way in the course of your life. And that's just the actual fucking factual. All right, let's see. What else, Spirit? Tell me more, because it's like, I ain't trying to let no cards come out, and I just don't know why. And if y'all think these karmics don't be knowing moon cycles, they do. They do. I feel like a lot of karmics are like closet witches. Anything else, Spirit? Tell me more, Spirit, about this situation. More about this situation, Spirit. Please just block out any interferences from this reading. Who the hell? Hold on, y'all. Because I don't know who would be calling me up for it. Girl. Anywho's. It says we aren't right for each other. So your person knows that him and the karmic, or she and the karmic, are not right for each other. They're aware of that. Patience is needed. So patience is needed for this union. I mean, honestly, twin flame unions, patience is always needed. I'm just going to be fucking honest. Okay, tell me more. says he is not to be trusted. Okay. Oh, so I could actually be talking to a group of masculines that have whose divine feminine is dealing with a karmic partner. And Spirit is saying that their karmic partner is not to be trusted. Somebody said, I hate it here. Like, somebody ain't even happy with the fucking karmic. Like, they're not happy with the karmic. I fucking hate it here. Not even fucking happy. They're depressed without you. They're drinking heavily. At this point, it's more so just comfort. Like, out of comfort. And, you know, I don't even believe you got to give a karmic too much. Too much to keep them around or to keep them motherfucking satisfied. As long as you in low vibrational energy, you willing to lay up and have sex and be low vibrational with them, they ain't fucking going nowhere. 2121 on a timer. Thank you, Spirit. They ain't fucking going no goddamn where. But your person fucking hates it there. Even if it doesn't look like that from the outside. Because, you know, one thing I'll say about twin flame unions, and the best thing that we can do is don't pay attention to what it looks like on a 3D level. There's always so much more going on beneath the surface than what we can see. And I promise you that. Also understand this. Don't spend so much time focusing on your twin and the karmic. Focus on you, because you're twin flames, that means you mirror each other. So rather you realize it or not, your healing activates your partner's healing. It does. But like I said, these are for people who, like, you know, they feel like they can really get through, and they yin and yang. This is a twin. That's also another twin flame card. So it's not expressing true feelings. What the hell was I about to say? Yeah, so, you know, focus on your healing. You know, focus on your healing, and, you know, just do what, you know, what I say is, because I used to struggle with, like, control issues. So, and I can be very codependent. So I would try my hardest to try to, even when me and my twin were dealing with each other, I try to help so much, like, intervene way too much. Sometimes, a lot of times, if there's a karmic partner, that means there's a karmic lesson tied to the karmic partner. That's another thing. The difference between me and a lot of readers, I'm gonna come down on the karmic because these hoes don't be shit half the time. But ultimately, the karmic partner is tied to a karmic lesson. So if your person is struggling to leave this karmic partner alone, don't get me wrong. These karmic partners do dark magic and stuff like that. And it can delay a lot of these processes as far as, you know, twins coming back into union. However, the karmic partners, they have a mission. They do have a purpose. And your person's attachment to this person is a karmic lesson. So as long as they don't learn a karmic lesson, then they are going to keep fucking with the karmics. Which is why I'll say to some people, like, if you got it in you to fight for your twin flame union and see it through and whatever, I give it up to you. But please understand, you know, they will say, you know, if you're a twin, that means that you're meant to be together. And I'm not against that. I'm not against that theory. But what I do believe is this, is that the union itself is a soul level. It's a soul level union. But we are in the flesh, and the flesh is weak. So with that being said, you can be in a situation where your twin doesn't wake up in this lifetime. It's not it's not completely impossible. If somebody chooses to say to resist their spiritual awakening, don't get me wrong, depending on the spirit guide, sometimes they'll take you kicking and fucking screaming. But ultimately, I look at it like this, and this is me as a twin speaking for myself, okay? I feel like, okay, yes, I am a twin. I am doing the work that I'm supposed to do on my end, right? But my partner is not. Does that mean that because I'm doing the work and my partner is not, that I just go without having a divine counterpart in my life, or experiencing somebody who matches my core soul frequency simply because my twin doesn't get it together? In my eyes, and this is how I feel like my spirit guides in the universe love me. In my eyes, that's not fair. I know for a fact my spirit guides know that that's not fair. I know for a fact that the universe knows that that's not fair. So I do believe that there is terms and conditions in some of these contracts. If your person doesn't get it together, that means you go your whole life without a divine masculine or divine feminine? Absolutely not. I believe that the universe or your spirit guides will create another soul contract for you to potentially explore something with somebody else. You still fulfill your soul mission. You're just not doing it with the person you were initially contracted to do it with. I do believe that these possibilities exist. So, cause as far as being in karmic energy, this can last for years for some people. For years. It's not unheard of for somebody to, they waited so long for their twin to get it together, or maybe their twin had just got so deep in their karmic cycle that they go and they start giving the karmic babies, and then they decide to go get married, and then they move on and they live their life that way. And then what does that mean? You as the other twin, you just sit and you're oh, well, I have nobody, I'm going to keep fighting for my twin? Absolutely fucking not. That's when you use your free will and you look outside of that. But don't get me wrong. I believe that a twin flame does not have to be a romantic relationship. You can, a twin flame can be a fucking cousin, honestly, a friend, anybody. So, yeah, I like to speak on that too, because I can tell sometimes when I watch certain readers that are in a twin flame journey and they're just like, I'm sticking beside them no matter what. And don't get me wrong, it does take a great deal of unconditional love, patience, and understanding to be on a twin flame journey. But I don't believe that you completely sacrifice yourself for the twin flame, for this twin flame journey. I just don't feel that way. If your partner is saying, I don't give a fuck about this shit, yes, your souls agreed to something, but you're in the flesh, and the flesh is weak. And sometimes the flesh will, can really overcome a person. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. But ultimately, I do believe still, you fight for your person in the 5D. Fight for your person in 5D. Pray for them, send them positive, loving energy. Even when it's you're hurt because it's wow, they're really with this karmic and they're doing this and they're doing that and they're not worried about me. Keep sending them. If this is what you want, keep sending them love. Keep sending them positivity. Keep hoping that they find their way. And most importantly, focus on your awakening. Because you really do mirror each other. You guys are very much so energetically, connected. So, yeah. What is this? All trying to tie up loose ends. Now, don't tower moments. There's going to be some, yeah. So, some tower moments. I just wanted to give you guys, understand that everything that I said is not me telling you to discourage you from being with your twin flame. But I'm a person who likes to give people all avenues of how these situations can work out. Okay? However, this is what's going on with you and your person in your twin flame journey. We have tower moments that came up, and then we also have trying to tie up loose ends. So your person is attempting to end this situation. There's going to be a great deal of tower moments. And and I feel like this happens a lot. If somebody is going through a spiritual awakening, once you're awake, you cannot go back to sleep. So you can resist it all you want. You can try to resist it all you want. But typically some tower moments will make you snap the fuck out of it. And I believe that that's what's going to happen. There's going to be a lot of tower moments that's going to hit. And your person is going to attempt to try to start tying up some loose ends. And hopefully you can make your ways back to each other. But please understand the spirit is saying that patience is needed. So in the meantime, in between time, you do not halt your life. You surrender to this process. Surrender to the process. You keep focusing on yourself, enjoying yourself, shower yourself with self-love, self-care. If you're somebody who's like, I don't even want to deal with nobody or touch anybody and until I see my twin, you know, we have free will to do whatever it is that we please. But you know, it is going to be a great deal of patience that's needed. So just keep that in mind. But what's the beautiful thing is your person is going through a spiritual awakening, or will be going through a spiritual awakening and an ego death, which is beautiful. Yeah, and the thing is, it's like it's gonna be for your person. It's gonna be a great deal, a great deal of discomfort that's gonna bring this person to an awakening. It says not learning, repeating cycle. And this is why I feel like spiritual warfare is here. In these situations is where I really feel like this is where these karmics really make a really big impact on these unions and delaying these process, because they'll get strategic, they'll get pregnant, or you know, try to throw a baby in there, like throw little wrenches in the plan and to make it a little harder for the twin to get away from them. Like these things fucking happen. Rather it's somebody getting your divine feminine pregnant, or rather it's your divine masculine dealing with a karmic and then she gets pregnant, you know. I'm talking about we'll do as much as, oh yeah, I've been taking my birth control. Ain't been taking it. So they extra fertile. Yeah. And honestly, this is when they pull the most tricks out of their hats. When somebody is approaching a spiritual awakening, they're starting to wake up, starting to be uncomfortable, like they don't want to be low vibrational anymore, like they want something better for themselves. Now it's like, oh shit, what can I do to prolong or delay this process? And they'll do exactly that. And I've been here, I'm on this end of this one, so yeah, I get it. So not learning, repeating cycle. And this is why spirit is saying equal give and take. This is why spirit is saying patience is needed, because spiritual warfare is spiritual warfare. But not only are you battling from outside forces trying to keep you from aligning with your higher self, you are also at war within yourself. It is literally your ego self and your higher self at war with each other. So this is what this is. Not learning, repeated cycle, and then, ego deaths and spiritual awakening. This is the ego self, which is the darker side of ourselves. That's just how I feel. Trying to win at all costs. Like, what are you doing? I believe, like, when people come to this part, like, and I've been here where it's like, okay, I'm aligning with my higher self, and I feel like my ego self will look at me like, you want some simp weak shit. Like, this is what we on now? We ain't going out, we ain't partying, we ain't having no fun or nothing. Like, what the fuck's going on? Like, and I'm not saying that your higher self just is not any fun, but when you're really going through this spiritual awakening process, there's a lot of different things you cut out to align. Because one thing is, like, there is definitely different stages of a spiritual awakening. You have ego deaths, you have the void, you have the bliss, you have the dark night of the soul. There is several stages to this. And as far as how long this can take, is fully based off you choosing to surrender or not surrender. I decided to face those uncomfortable fucking times where it just felt like life completely did not make sense to me anymore. Nothing that I would like, this shit just don't, why me? I was in a very, why the fuck me? I've been through so much from childhood to, like, you don't think that I deserve love? You don't think that when the fuck do I get a break? I've been through all of it. And even when it didn't make sense, I didn't go back to what fed my ego self. I'm gonna be honest, I've never been too like far gone crazy anyway, because my personality just isn't like that. But yeah, it's just surrendering to the process. And if your person is fighting it, like their ego self is fighting, That is what this not learning from the not learning, repeating cycle is coming from. It's a tug of war right now, okay? And this is why protection is so important. But obviously your person, if you guys are separated and they're dealing with a karmic, more likely than not, they are not protecting themselves. So what I do personally for my person and my twin, I will, like, when these new moon cycles and these full moon cycles come up, I do understand that karmics do dark magic to prolong these unions. So I play my part. Like, it's like we can't physically intervene. Like, you got to protect yourself because your karmic is doing dark magic. And don't get me wrong, you can try to you can try to communicate with them that if you want to, but more than likely you're going to end up making yourself kind of feel foolish because typically they're not really open to what you're talking about. They'll kind of, because they're on their ego side, they're gonna look at it more like, oh, you're just like more like it's coming from a jealous energy, and not be really receptive to that, to the information. So I mean, you can still do it, but ultimately I would say when these new moon cycles come, and just do this for not even just for your person, do this for yourself, period. Like, I will write out like a protection prayer. Like, please protect me, protect my divine union from any dark magic, illusion spells, confusion spells, protect him, protect me, so mote it be, it is done, and send it out and I go outside and I burn it. Pray for your person. Send them when they're out here and they're doing their dark magic to keep it apart. You go out there and you do your light magic to keep it to protect you, to protect your person and protect yourself. Oh my gosh, I've been really, I feel like the enemy been attacking my throat chakra the whole time I've been doing this. My throat's been feeling funny the whole time, and I keep getting tongue tied. But yeah. Pray for your person. Pray for your person. Send them out that positive energy. Every full moon, new moon. Well, I'm going to be honest. I didn't just do that. I didn't do that for him this time around. I did the last couple. I did the last few. But this one was very personal to myself. Just welcoming in with like that new moon energy. I always like to welcome in. It's all about what I want to receive. When the full moons come in, that's when I typically do my, and you can still, like, I welcome in protection, I welcome in guidance. Yeah, but when these full moons come, I do a lot of return to senders. Any dark magic, evil eye, illusion fails, hexes, curses being sent to me or my divine counterpart and my loved ones, please return it back to sender magnified and bind it to them. I write these things out. And then I burn it. I'll go outside and I burn it. So I do suggest that you do that. Anything else, Spirit? What's this? Relationship has served its purpose. So, it's your person is starting to understand that. Like, whatever that he has going, I mean, obviously, I hate it here. Obviously, whatever is going on with this karmic partner, they're understanding that, like, ain't nothing else left for me to do. Like, I done had as much sex as possible that I can have with you. We done drink, we done fuck, we done smoke, we done argued, we done this, we done that. Life consists of more than just this. And when you're a fucking twin, on a core level, you fucking know that. Even if your ego tries to make you resist it, on a core level, you fucking know that. You understand what I'm saying? Like, your higher self will be screaming at you like, bro, get it together. Like, get me the fuck up out this motherfucker. Get me the fuck. I hate it here. Like, get me the fuck from out of here. It's not you in the 3D saying it. It is your spiritual self, your higher self screaming, yo, I hate it here. Get me the fuck up out. But don't get me wrong. This might be on both ends. In the 3D and in the 5D. I fucking hate it here. This bitch is crazy. Oh, gosh. Obviously, quickly go to females. But don't get me wrong. There is absolutely karmic masculines that do dark magic and keep these unions apart as well. Healing codependency. So codependency can actually be how your person ended up with this third party in the first place. Okay, but regardless of the fact, twin flame relationships or unions is all about coming together and separating. Every time what happens is twins come together and they trigger each other. Your twin is your mirror. And this is why the relationship can be so challenging for people, because your twin is your mirror. Whether you realize it or not. That's why nobody can really hurt you like they hurt you. Nobody can show you certain things about yourself like they show you. My twin will tell me all the time, like, you just make me feel so much pressure. Like, I feel so under pressure. No, it's just because I'm your mirror. I show you what it is that you need to change. And I understand when people will say, like, people are a reflection of you. Sometimes some of us think too literal, like, but I would never cheat, and I would never cheat on somebody or leave them for somebody else or leave. No, that's not what the mirroring is. The mirroring is you two share the same insecurity or the same trauma, but obviously we all deal with our traumas different from one another. Like, you understand what I'm saying? I also have like abandonment issues and traumas as well. Now, mine's may be that I self-sacrifice to try to keep relationships where my person's way of dealing with their trauma is, well, I need to make sure that I have more than one person to have, so I don't feel abandoned at all. I have somebody. That way, if this doesn't work out, then I have this. So I'm never by myself. I can't feel abandoned if I always have somebody. So it's like the same trauma, same insecurity, but our ways of coping with these insecurities or our characteristics as to how we deal with these insecurities are different. That's what the mirroring is. Okay? So, yeah. That's what's going on there. But it says that your person is healing from codependency. Reconciliation. And reconciliation comes right up under mutual healing will bring this union in faster. That's all it's about. You two both have to heal stuff. This ain't just like your masculine or feminine has to heal, or your divine counterpart has to heal. You do too. And that's why illusions and confusions fall right up under spiritual warfare, amp up your protection. This fucking karmic is doing illusion and confusion spells during these new moons. I'm telling y'all have to match them with their energy. Pray for your person, pray for you. Because another thing these karmics will do too is they will try to make you not want your person. Absolutely. Try to make you not want your person. So you bet not ever. And this is me speaking from experience as somebody who used to do it. And I realized just how much I was fucking myself do it. You bet not look on a karmic's goddamn social media page. Don't fucking do it, because they are painting a false fucking picture and they're trying to project their fucking fear of losing. Because they know, first of all, karmic partners, they know they on borrowed time. They know they not forever. They're not meant to be forever. They're going to try to be, but they know they're not meant to be forever. Like, if you are with a twin, you know that this person has a love for somebody that is not the love that you two share. So trust and believe me, they will use these platforms to get on there and be like, oh, and he done did this and she done did that and they done took me here and I done da-da-da-da. We had family day and we this. Do whatever they can to make you feel like, why do I even want this person? Don't you pay attention to your twins page, and you absolutely better the fuck not pay attention to the karmic's page. Because they are projecting their fear for losing the person that they know that they got on borrowed fucking time. So that's been a message. I done had y'all for 44 minutes now. And as soon as I see, I kind of knew where this was going. But y'all, look here. Work on your healing. Pray for your person. Do exactly what I told y'all to do under these new moons, these full moons. You amp up your fucking protection. And protection is not just wearing crystals. Make sure when these moon cycles come in, you writing something down. What it is that you know to protect you, protect your divine union, protect your Your crown, protect your part. And what I do is chakras. You know, protect my person's crown chakra, their third eye chakra, their throat chakra, their heart chakra, their solar plexus, their sacral, their root chakra. I go through it all. Protect it, because trust and believe me, they targeting them all. And more times than not, when you have a person, here we go again, another lesson. When you have a person that's dealing with a karmic partner, the chakras that are getting attacked the absolute most is the crown chakra and the third eye chakra, because that is what gives you that's where your intuition comes in. If they were operating, if their third eye was open, and if their crown chakra wasn't, so if they illusion and confusion spells, that's all up here. That's all in those upper chakras. Okay? That's how these karmics are able to even get to get these twins in the first place, because they're targeting these upper chakras. They can't really target the heart chakra much, because they not really, what they have for each other is not coming from their heart really. It's either coming from a very weak sacral chakra, and it's coming from, you know, a weak crown and third eye chakra. Your intuition isn't sharp. That's how you're even able to lay it with this motherfucker and not realize what their purpose is, and the purpose that they play in your life, as far as keeping you unaligned, or disaligned is the word. I don't even think unaligned is a word. But yeah, y'all, this has been your reading. I hope it resonated. If so, please like, comment, and subscribe. It is just a beautiful way to energetically donate back to my channel. But until next time, I love y'all so much, and